I spoke with my case manager, Marcus Brown, at the Coalition Shelter for my weekly meeting. I submit employee job search forms every week. It is possible you may have received one and are following me on social media. If I do not submit proof of employment search, I can be exited from the shelter and thrown out on the streets, so I have to submit at least 10 jobs every week. I asked if I could use the career service again to look for jobs because Career Source has opened on the campus starting July 1st, but Marcus Brown did not give me authorization, which is strange because he wanted me to do that instead of volunteering in the kitchen. Now he wants me to go door to door on the streets to find work in a kitchen or restaurant, a task that would be easier had I been allowed to continue volunteering in the kitchen and gain relevant experience and a reference. I do not have dress clothes and do not have multiple copies of my resumes to hand out, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm supposed to go door to door. I do not have a cell phone because they do not provide voicemail boxes at the shelters, as shelters have done in the past. I am told I can get a free phone if I sign up for Snap, but then I still need to pay for that phone, which only adds to my problems, and I don't feel like being a burden to the taxpayers when I'm trying to get a phone, and that's all I need, and I don't need a bunch of food stamps or other benefits. I routinely lose phones while homeless, and those devices are poorly suited for any emergency. They are gimmicks that allow the seeds of hate to spread across social media 24/7. I have been unemployed since 2007 and have not had a single interview since then. I am not sure which employee references I have that are still alive or where they are now or how I could connect with them. In addition to that, I was issued a missed bed check warning. I was in the shelter the night they issued the warning. There are logs when we enter the shelter. At every gate, we have security. We get screened in, and they check to make sure that we don't have any kind of weapons or something before we enter. These logs, however, disappear into the ether of management, so if you request they check the logs, they will not give you access to them. There are also cameras everywhere that record us everywhere and are never used to verify something like our presence in the bed or to deter the theft of our things, but instead only used to find ways to get us kicked out. So in order to remove me, they made it look like a lot of people missed their bed checks when they were also around. The same way mass layoffs hide the fact they are targeting whistleblowers, the older workers who have institutional knowledge of workplace standards and ethics, and anyone who might cause the company problems. So unfortunately, many innocent shelter residents received a warning notice just like me because they want to get rid of me. Now, the other thing I need you to know is the fact that when I challenged my shelter presence, they told me that essentially I might have gone to the bathroom. So we basically have a pee patrol where I'm supposed to tell people if I go to the bathroom every time I go to the bathroom so I don't miss a bed check, which is basically being told like a toddler, some kind of potty training. All right, finally, I just want to say that, Donald Trump signed an executive order 1432 betraying President Bush's directive to end homelessness under Housing First standards as advocated by people like Mitch Snyder, who was an activist on homelessness in the 80s. Marcus Brown, however, is a new hire and does not have the institutional or normative framework that some of the veteran staff has. He sees his coalition as a business, and his job is simply to weed out anyone he feels he is not advancing. But the goalposts keep moving, so there is always a way to kick people out and find a reason to put them back on the streets. I want to also add that Executive Order 14321 by Donald Trump not only shifts it from a housing first model to a law and order model, the directive is designed to put people in mental wards where I believe they will have their minds erased by controversial and unproven psychoactive medications.